ready when you are.
Okay.
My camera's over here now.
Coast to Coast is in the house.
In his house?
In the house.
What's a word?
You made it, dude. You made it.
Hi, home skillet.
Freaking hot in here.
Do the cool kids still stay stupid shit like that, or are they still stuck on fleek?
And
Here now they're
sus.
saying pop off. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Everything now is lit, comes out of a pocket, or is riding a bus because they're bussing.
Busted.
All right. Well,
Welcome back to the Coast to Coast podcast, everybody.
welcome back. It's another Let's
week.
Get Vocal. Yeah.
Let's get vocal. I'm excited. I love it when we do. I love it when we do the Let's Get Vocal episodes. We get to chill. We get to listen to some music.
Yeah.
Knowing in the back of our minds that if we ever get to the YouTube requirements, that these ones will never be monetized. So that's always a fun thing to think about. But who gives a shit?
Who gives two shits?
It's like
We'll
giving back
never
to
get to the
community.
requirement anyway, right, YouTube? We've been blacklisted. It feels like that sometimes.
Yeah, it does.
You ever felt like you've been blacklisted from something, buddy?
Everything.
Everything. Life just said no.
Aw.
No.
Fuck that guy.
What do you
Oh, man.
Oh, Dad, a real quick shout out to our sponsor, Maumee Lawn Care.
I like how you took ownership of it this week and didn't try to pass it off to
Well,
those
when
of
I
us that
passed
are
it off
less
to you
fortunate.
last week, there was a hesitation there.
There wasn't a hesitation, bro. There was like an awkward, you caught me off guard. Dude.
He was like,
But
I
you're
had-
supposed to be the
uh,
man with
I-
that. Usually I do that, and you're like, no, and you go. But
Usually, but you caught me off
disappointed. It
guard.
doesn't matter. I'm disappointed, dude.
Just
disappointed.
don't tell Ashley's better half. I just forgot the name of the fucking
Hold up,
company.
hold up. I don't have to go back and play that. But remember, Brandon, you actually wanted to do it. You're like, I've never got to do it. Can I do it?
This is true. I've never done it,
Yeah.
Okay, then.
but I don't think I asked for it.
But with that, if you would like to get your lawn groomed nicely, like the ladies' landscape, not the ladies' landscape. It's not
Whoa, whoa,
you know.
Buddy.
I mean, you got a point.
If you want a
there.
nice
Wow.
lawn,
Since we're going that route, they'll also plow the shit out of your snow. Okay.
I'm dead.
And it's cheaper than the lady
Good
landscaping, I promise.
Lord.
that's right. So if
Buddy.
you're in the Toledo area and you want one of those triple X lawn care guys,
Or you want them to take your snow to Pound Town.
Oh, wow.
contact them. It's in the description. Whew.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share.
And don't report us. Please.
Oh, it just always goes wrong, doesn't it?
Said
That was a record time, though.
we've got a wonderful episode of Let's Get Vocal planned.
Do you think it
don't know
was
if we'll get
as
to anything
bad or
that's been
almost as
planned.
bad or worse than cook a dog?
As bad, almost as bad, or worse than what?
When I said cook a dog, remember that episode?
Oh, good Lord. And you said it again just now. Didn't we get in trouble for that?
No.
I thought YouTube got us in trouble for that.
Yeah, it wasn't that one. I don't think.
Oh,
Anyways.
good Lord. We have an awesome guest coming
do.
on today
We do.
here in just a couple minutes. But first, we got to get Farris to roll that beautiful bean footage.
Probably always will, like a cup of coffee and a sunrise, Sunday drives and time to kill. What's the point of this old guitar if it ain't got no strings? Pouring your heart into a song you ain't gonna sing. It's a match made up in heaven, like good old boys and beer. And me, long as you're right here.
Come on in here, whiskey.
Yeah. He can't find the damn. There it is.
No shit, right?
How's it
Glasses
going?
on. It's going well. How are you
All
guys
right.
doing?
We're
Better now.
yeah.
Better now. Don't worry, we'll find our ass groove. We just got to get the butt stuff conversation out the way whenever Nick brings it up. There's your window, by the way, buddy. I just hello.
Like somebody else stuck their hair up their own ass.
Did you like how in the group the other day I said, when you're smoking your cigarettes, that's butt stuff.
Of course you did. Yeah, I know. No,
You
go
liked
away.
it.
Go away.
I didn't.
Anyways.
appreciate that too much.
So, Whiskey,
Yes.
how did they convince you to go ahead and say, yeah, sure, I'll come on the show? Why the hell not?
I honestly am still thinking about that right now.
He's rethinking life decisions
after that
as we
whole
speak.
beginning.
What am I doing here?
I was like, get
I
my
kinda
lawn
promised-
manicured.
I kind of promised him that Nick would shave his beard live. So
Fair.
Oh,
Farris.
please. I've been trying to get him to do that for
I am
what,
not
3
gonna
years?
shave
That would
my
be
beard, man.
terrible.
Not happening. Everybody keeps attacking me with that shit.
You know, one of these days, buddy, I'm just gonna let it grow. I'm gonna go almost a year to status, right? Let
Yeah,
it grow for
right.
like 9-10 months. Hey, I've done it before. Leave me alone. And then we're gonna get on here, and I'm just you're not even gonna see it coming. We're just gonna be in the middle of a sitch.
Mm. I was gonna do the
Let's go.
Amish thing, but I can't do that either. Anyways,
Well,
so
Farris
Whiskey. How
Farris
long-
promised me that I was going to be a star after this, so that's how I got in.
Well, that's what happens, man. Everybody that comes on here.
I mean,
You're on.
speaking
wait a
speaking
minute, you're already
of,
popular. What else do you want?
well, hang on. The man mentioned being a star. Okay. Obviously, our Let's Get Vocal guests historically have been from the Smule karaoke app, but I think Nick has a question for you involving something about stars
Oh,
or
I
the
do, but
making
first I
of.
want to say, Farris saying to you, "You'll be a star." It kind of like, well, it's what your shirt says. Things drunk people say.
It's
So
true.
my life.
Right.
But with that, yeah, I do have a question. This is we ask every damn buddy this question. Have you ever been on Star Maker?
I have not.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
2 out of all these people so far. We have 2 that haven't done it.
I've heard plenty about it, but I've never been on it.
Good
Yeah,
for
why you
you.
haven't?
Good.
Don't
for
change your mind and just keep it that way.
No.
It's
I mean,
garbage, dude.
you. It's
I only heard one good thing about it that I really kind of wish that we had on Smule, but
what's that?
What's
that was
that?
the ability. Well, I don't know if it's true anyway, but I heard you have the ability to change the key, or it's either the key or the pitch, one or the other of the
Oh.
music.
That I don't know.
I'm not sure. I dabbled
Interesting.
in Star Maker a long time ago, and by a long time ago, I mean like 2 years. I think I still have the app on my phone. Actually, I just don't pay for their subscription.
I heard that was more
That's
expensive.
interesting. I've never heard of that one.
I don't know, but I like. Who was it that said it's the trailer park of karaoke? Who said? That?
Yeah,
Wasn't that Kelly?
I
I
think it
think
was.
so. Yeah,
Yep.
it was awesome.
The trailer park of karaoke.
The trailer park of online karaoke applications.
No offense to anybody that might live in an Airstream. Move along.
Miranda
Anyway,
Lambert's got an Airstream. Just saying.
Miranda Lambert.
Just saying. My future ex-wife right there.
Well,
Anywho, so what got you started with the online karaoke world, specifically Smule?
Well, a friend, I noticed. So I was in a line group way back when I was a gamer, and
oh,
I ended up in a group where I met a friend of mine there. That the way I started talking to her was on her profile. It said "Sing with me on Smule," and gave her line ID, and I PM'd and asked, and then she explained, and I joined. So botched a bunch of songs and
botched your way to free.
Right.
learned a lot. Yeah.
I gotta
have a-
say that's probably one of the cleanest descriptions, and in term not clean in terms of like dirty or foul mouth or anything like that, but it's probably got to be one of the most direct, straightforward explanations of how somebody found Smule that we've heard so far.
Yeah, I had no idea what Smule was before I saw it on her profile. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? How long have you been on Smule now?
2019 September. Yeah.
Nice. So
So-
coming up on
So a little
just,
over
just past 4 years.
just past 4 years. Yeah.
But
Nice.
me.
Hard to
From
believe
what I
you've been on-
understand, because Ferris has said it. Farris, you confirm pretty popular on Smule, you say, huh?
Do what now?
Didn't you say he was pretty popular on Smule?
He's smopular. Yeah, I consider him
Smopular. That's it. That's the one.
Smopular.
Smopular.
He's smopular.
Oh, outstanding.
I mean, 100+ joins on one song, despite the
That's-
What?
That's odd.
That was a long time ago. That was
Whoa, that's a lot.
I had
I had
on
I think the most I ever had was 50 or 55 joins on a song. And man, back in those days, I used to listen to every single join from start to finish, regardless of how drunk the other person was. Let's just put it that way, right?
Oh, I love them
Um,
drunkards.
Dude, I absolutely hated that song for a long time afterwards. 100, I couldn't imagine listening to the same song 100
So that's where I learned that you shouldn't really always do the, part one of a song if you're gonna because then you got to listen to you every time. But no, that was Beautiful Crazy, Luke Combs.
Oh, yeah, I love that song.
And I got 106 joins, and since three have disappeared, so I would imagine they're deleted accounts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's 103 on it right now. So.
I've never met somebody that can gauge deleted accounts based on the joins.
Right. Right. I went from 106 down to 103.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, we lose people on Smule all the time. They delete their accounts, blah blah blah. And you
Yeah.
don't really know it till you go to search something maybe that you joined them on or whatever, and they're gone. You can't find them. That's how I found out. But to have a number of joins and then go back to that one song and I had 142.
I commented.
Bad.
I commented to every single person on that.
Wow.
And I, made sure I listened to at least a little bit of it, but
Yeah.
All 100 something.
every single
and
one of them, yeah.
that was
For
gonna be
7
that was gonna
seconds.
be my next question was, do you actually take the time to listen to the songs? And if you do you listen to the full song, or because I learned this with my 55 joins, you just fast forward to the high point of the song or the climactic part where the other person is singing?
I will listen. It depends. So if I have a lot of joins and I'm listening to them as they're coming in, I'll listen to the whole song. But if I guess it depends on if it's a good join. I mean, if I'm listening and it's not that great, I probably won't listen to the whole thing, which is probably sad, but I mean, it is what it is,
Well, it's one of those things, dude. If someone's singing into their phone and they're just singing into their phone, they're not using
that's horrible.
earbuds or anything like that, it's going
that's
to
my
be hard
biggest-
to listen to.
That's my biggest pet peeve is when people, I mean, either they're cranking their reverb or they didn't wear headphones or or they're singing directly into their phone, and it's just, you hear the echo of, I can hear my join coming in after. It's just, I don't know. I've commented to people before about that. Like I've sent messages to people and say, hey, your voice is great. It would be so much better if you actually used headphones or,
It'd be great for the both of us.
Exactly.
Right.
I could listen to it fully.
Or didn't have a fan club behind you talking about life.
Like Jam. What was that? Jam's group, Jam's fan. What did he call that?
Oh, Jams Jammers.
Yeah.
Something like that. They were jammers.
Why does he continue to live rent?
He does.
I don't know. Nick brought him up. I wasn't planning on it.
He's a guest every episode.
Jam.
I mean, we might as well make him staff, pay him a
going
salary.
off of that, talk about crazy. Do you have like a crazy join, like your craziest join, or like I have this old lady that sings drunk as fuck,
I've
beer in hand, can't fucking slurring words.
Yeah, but dude, she has 0 fucks given. She just doesn't
Yeah.
care. It's amazing.
She doesn't.
So I've got, well, 3 of them really that come to mind. One is, of course, baby cakes. I think her name is there.
Baby
What
cake.
I don't know what her Angel Baby. That's it.
Oh, is
Angel
that the
Baby.
naked
The
lady
naked
with all the
girl.
piercings?
Everybody
That was-
talks
Oh,
about
dude,
that lady.
she's crazy.
So that was the first one that ever happened. The
I
second
love
one
her.
was I was in a Smule group with this guy, and he did a join with me, and I swear to God, he was like laying on his bed without his shirt on, and it was I don't know.
Rye?
It was no, it wasn't rye. It was not rye.
Right?
But I don't know. I showed that video to someone else, and they're like, "Oh, he's totally into you." I'm like, "Oh God."
I think we need
There
to
you
get
go.
Angel Baby on as a guest.
Everybody seems to
Farris.
have sang with this woman except for me, thank God.
But the other
We're gonna
one
make it happen now.
was a guy. His name was well, back then it was called Big Lebowski or something like that. Where I did, what the hell was the song now? But he joined that song half a dozen times, and each time he came in, and he really does have kind of a unique personality, and he's got a rasp to his voice, and he got better each time. And the last time he did it, he was like, "I've been practicing, and I'm a country star now." He's like, "I'm a country singer," and he did do all right, but he kept singing "Lay Down Sally" at the same time he was singing this song. Like, that's the song kept popping in his head because of the melody. Now I can't think of what the name of the song was, but he joined it several times.
So wait, he was doing sampling on a
Oh, he was crazy though. He had sunglasses on, cowboy hat, and yeah, I think he was high as hell too. But yeah, that was probably the craziest one, was that guy. And but it was fun. I mean, it's fun to watch him and do the song.
Well,
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, you're probably coming in about number 11 on top 100 weird joins we're working on. We had one last week that was what was the top? There was 2. It was it was what was like the sexting on Smule kind of thing.
No,
Kind of, sort of.
one
No,
guy
the-
was
the-
rubbing one out during the.
Yeah, the dude
Yeah,
was.
there you
Oh
go.
my God.
He was jerking his chicken.
No.
Oh yeah.
That's wrong.
I love chicken.
Yeah.
That's got to be the winner of weird.
Making the bald man puke.
Wow.
Anyway,
Speaking
Well,
of weird and wicked joins, have you had like Prince Abu Dhabi or whatever try to contact you on Smule Messenger?
I've had Prince whatever and Prince Andrew, and
That's awesome.
I've had all the country stars, all the big ones.
Yeah.
oh
I
yeah,
mean, they're all like sending me messages, and I won 485,000 or million or something like that. 485,000, I think it is, several times. Yeah, I'm the luckiest person ever.
I
Right.
had a fake Luke Bryan try to talk to me once. I kept telling him, "I know you're fake. You're not." He got so pissed. He was saying outlandish shit, and I'm like, "Yeah."
What are you talking about, bro? I was talking to the real Luke Bryan. I had
So you-
Keanu Reeves hit me up. He wants me to be in his next movie. That was like 3 years ago. It's just, dude, Smule is a weird place, man. It's a weird place.
it wasn't I think it was Luke Bryan actually, where he said something about my song, and it was about a classic country song, and I wanted to tell him he wasn't real, because we know Luke Bryan doesn't like how the old country, he wants it to progress and become like the newer stuff.
Yeah.
Let go of the old stuff is what he wants. But, he's not very well liked in the classic country or outlaw country community.
I myself, as far as country, I'm stuck in the 90s, man. I just can't get out of them.
I love the 90s stuff too. I
Can't get out of 90s.
George Strait and Garth Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
Alan Jackson.
Hey, y'all, I'm Brandon. That's Nick, the Coast to Coast Podcast. This is season 5, and we're excited.
We had fun with a little segment last season, I should say.
Yep.
Felt like a year. Let's get vocal.
We are bringing back Let's Get Vocal for season 5, and I'm going to let Nick give you all the dirty details of how you can get involved.
Dude, wherever this is posted, it's going to be going into the comments and just say, let's get vocal, and we will message you and we will get you scheduled.
So go ahead, drop us a line. We'll reach out to you, see if we can't get you on the show.
Let's get vocal.
Vocal!
Well, I think we ought to listen to a tune, dude.
I agree.
But we can't kind of.
The question is do we have a tune to listen to? Because apparently there's no fucking intro.
Where's Farris when you need it?
No, right? This first song, I forget who it's by. It's Arlington. Maybe you can fill that in there, Mr. Gear.
Mr. Gurr.
That's Trace Adkins.
Trace Atkins, that's what it is. It's called Arlington by Trace Atkins, covered by Mr.
I love
Whiskey.
Trace Atkins.
Dude, Trace Atkins is awesome.
I seen him live. What was it last? No, it was summer before last.
Yeah. I've seen him a couple times.
He's a big dude.
Oh, dude, he's a giant.
I never thought this is where I'd settle down.
This is you?
Thought I'd die.
This is me.
Fuck you.
Back in my home.
I mean that lovingly.
They gave me this plot of land, me and some other men, for a job well done. There's a big white house, it's on a hill just up the road. The man inside, he cried the day they brought me home. They folded up a flag and told my mom and dad, we're proud of your son. And I'm proud to be on this peaceful piece of property. I'm on sacred ground and I'm in the best of company. I'm thankful for those, thankful for the things I've done. I can rest in peace, I'm one of the chosen ones. I made it to Arlington. I remember Daddy brought me here when I was 8. We searched all day to find out where my granddad lay. And when we finally found that cross, he said, son, this is what it costs to keep us free. Now here I am, 1,000 stones away from him. He recognized me on the first day I came in, and it gave me a chill when he clicked his heels and saluted me. And I'm proud to be on this peaceful piece of property. I'm on sacred ground and I'm in the best of company. I'm thankful for those, thankful for the things I've done. I can rest in peace, I'm one of the chosen ones. I made it to Arlington. And every time I hear 21 gun, I know they brought another hero home to us.
This is a sad song.
for those, thankful for the things we've done. We can rest in peace, 'cause we are the chosen one. We made it to Arlington. Yeah, dust to dust, don't cry for us. We made it to Arlington.
That's nice. That's right nice.
Josh
think-
Turner, who?
Wow.
So I sang that for Veterans Day, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, dude, the reason I asked, Trace Atkins, you open it up that first, I'm like, this sounds like fucking Trace Atkins.
For a second.
What the shit? Oh, dude, that was amazing. Those low register notes, they come out so just clean, dude. That was epic. Whenever I got to drop that low, I'm like up here whispering in the microphone and shit, because that's the only way I know how to do it. But no, you're still projecting and they're coming out nice and clean. Dude, your vibrato's fucking awesome.
My lower register is easy. It's when I have to go up higher I have trouble.
Same.
But yeah.
I'm the
Well-
opposite.
We're gonna slip in a
Ash.
little thing we forgot last week, real quick.
Okay. Ashley was 100% correct, though. That song is a very sad song.
I don't think I've ever heard it from start
Really?
to finish. Yeah, that was gorgeous.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was right now. We're gonna do a quick what's in their water.
You're right. We didn't do that last time.
But I'm just gonna read the headlines. I'm not gonna get real into it. You
Okay.
can think of what you
You
want.
say that every time, but
Yeah,
whatever.
you say that, but you got 4 other people that might actually go down that road.
First one. A Florida driver strips down and hides in a swamp to evade police after he crashes.
I could see that happening.
Sounds
What is
like my
this?
dad.
Again, it's Florida.
They crashed the car and he said, I better take all my clothes off and jump in the swamp.
I mean,
Maybe his
hey,
clothes wet. And the gators
Maybe
like
it was hot.
raw sushi, not
maybe it made him more hydrodynamic.
Well, they were looking for a guy that was dressed. So
Right? They weren't looking for a naked guy.
Next up, Florida man caught after attempting to outrun police on his lawnmower.
It's Randy.
I'm pretty sure that's a true story right there.
I'm pretty
think that
sure that
happens
would
every
apply
state.
to a litany of states. Just saying. It's
for-
not just
except for
Florida.
maybe Nevada, Arizona, California, Southern California.
He
Not a
tried
lot
to
of
make a
grass.
cut and run.
Oh, good God.
Uh,
Wow.
He was going to plow.
Wow. I didn't know Farris grew a beard that big.
Wait a minute. That said in Ohio, Toledo.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Randy was running away. Last one. Sheriffs say ex-employee faked a carjacking story after shooting himself.
Oh
As
God.
in like a ex-employee from the sheriff's department?
Yep, he got fired.
No.
Then he faked a carjacking and he shot himself in the leg and said that people carjacked him and shot him.
That's an individual with some serious noodle noggin issues.
I wonder what the point was behind that. And that's
Who
what's
knows?
in their water.
Meth.
Meth. Yes, meth is probably in their
Stop
water.
messing around, y'all.
Don't meth around. Oh,
Never
man.
seen it again. Mm-mm.
All right. Mr.
All right,
Whiskey.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know you've been on Smule now for just over a handful, well, almost a handful of years, just over 4 years, right?
Right.
How many years is considered a handful there, Brandon?
5. Shut up.
Okay.
Um,
Unless it makes
Have
me
you
pink.
always been into music, and have you always done singing and all that kinds of stuff, or did you just recently start, or how'd that happen?
Been into music since I was little. My parents were in bands since before I was even born. As matter of fact, they knew Steven Tyler.
What?
That he wasn't. He
You got
wasn't
an
with
Uncle Aerosmith. That's
No,
awesome.
I wish. I never met the guy myself, but I mean, my dad tells the story about how this young punk kid used to come in when he used to sing. My mom and him used to sing at the Top Hat in Windsor, Vermont. And of course, Steven Tyler is originally from Sunapee, New Hampshire, before he ended up in Boston. And he mentions the name Tyler Rico. So I don't know if that was the name of the band or if that's something that Steven Tyler went by. I have no idea. But he does know it was Steven Tyler. But he said he used to come into where they used to play, and he actually used to ask my dad if he could play his guitar. And my mom showed him a few chords and stuff. And
That's cool.
it is
Tyler
cool.
Rico.
Wow,
Rico
that's cool.
Suave.
Right? Rico Suave. Yeah. But yeah, so I grew up with I mean, we had singers and guitar players throughout our whole family.
So you basically grew up knowing that you had pipes.
Honestly, I was not all that good when I was younger. I mean, but
Voice changed.
The testicles dropped.
it certainly,
that happened. Yeah.
Puberty.
I'm sure that's what happened. And,
Yeah.
and then
Those
they're
came
off.
in, and all of a sudden, them low notes are just coming out
Get on down.
Uh,
Yeah. Well, I have two sons that both have deep voices too, and my 24-year-old, he sings too, and
Nice.
he goes to karaoke, and he runs karaoke now at a place where I used to go all the time, but now he runs karaoke there on Friday nights, so I go there, sing with him. We sing Friends in Low Places all the time together. He keeps
Nice.
stealing my songs, the little bastard. Yeah. So I do a couple of songs and that I just learned. Like one of them's Heaven by Kane Brown.
Oh, yeah.
And then Morgan Wallen, Last Night.
oh,
Yep.
yeah.
I've done those both at karaoke, and he looked right at me. He's like, I'm gonna do those.
I'm taking those.
Yeah, you stole the other ones, so steal it too.
Well, it kind of
But-
makes you learn new stuff, though. That's
Yeah, well, he's got a fantastic voice. So I mean, I don't know. I just stand there just beaming when he's up there singing.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome to be able to hang out with my kid, and we're like best friends.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
all
I
around.
love that.
Cherish that shit, man.
My youngest son, his voice is gonna be really deep. I think it'll probably be deeper than mine. He's already, just the last year or so, he's gonna be 17 coming up here in January. So his voice is deep already. So I just expect it to keep getting deeper.
Sounds like another Owen, y'all. Mary
Owen.
sounds like Mary's boy.
Yeah.
yeah. He's what, 15, and he sounds like he's
Oh, dude,
Darth-
he's
Darth
yeah,
Vader.
14, 15, and
Hey,
his
guys.
voice is about 86 octaves lower than mine.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, that boy talks. How y'all doing? Like,
Shows-
dude, bro, are you forcing it or what? Like, I'm
Yeah.
up here. You just all that is man. That's fine.
I mean, early in the morning, I tell people my voice shows up on the Richter scale. That's early in the morning. It gets a little bit higher. as the
My
day
other voice shows up on the Richter scale first thing in the morning.
Good
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
What the?
Okay.
All right.
Moving on. Nick, do you have a question for our guest that doesn't involve your other voice?
What's-
No, go ahead and say it in another voice, Nick. Go ahead.
Name that what?
We'll hear some impersonations
Hey,
here.
Ferris, guess.
Oh my God. Y'all are,
Oh, good Lord.
you make me do it, man. You push me
No.
there.
No, you do it to yourself. Jesus.
Sorry.
Regroup,
We have
regroup.
no manners on this show. We start
okay
out
with
with
it.
good intentions. Let's do a clean. No,
Kind of reminds me of my family.
So, well, I was going to ask a question, but Fierce wants to do a thing, and this question always gets deep.
Wow. Oh,
Oh God.
that's an inside joke.
Yeah.
good Lord.
Y'all want to do this? Y'all want to play this little game?
Yeah, sure.
If this has anything to do with butt stuff.
Oh, it's
No, not really. Well,
buttstuff.com.
oh, it's got butt stuff all over it. So if y'all are TikTok connoisseurs and you watch a lot, there's been some videos around. It's kind of montage videos of people, and I know a few people that do it in their home. I'm not going to say any names, actually.
I think
Actually,
Whiskey should come on our Dan. Do you have TikTok?
I do.
You need to come on our sing lives when we go live and sing.
oh, hell yeah.
we keep saying that, but we haven't.
When
done
do
it
you do
in months.
that?
We were
we
doing
used
it. I
to
just
all
said
the
the other
time,
day,
but-
let's do it, and nobody answered. Fucking bastards.
That was the day after I said let's do it, and we didn't. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it was
Well,
Mary's
fuck you,
original,
too.
original idea, so y'all just be quiet. Anyway, a lot of times there's been some videos out that is like a montage video where people basically have a little passing gas thing going on, and before they do, they have to name it. They have to try to make it like impersonate it, what it's going to sound like, like a or a beep or whatever.
Wow.
And I saw a montage the other day where it was everybody got it correct. It was hilarious, right? So I thought it'd be cool, a little bit of a twist. It's gonna be kind of hard.
We are
for
that show now.
it's gonna be kind of hard for everybody to kind of go around. I think to kind of do that. I don't think everybody wants.
I
to do
just
that.
want to put a thing out there that this is all
Disclaimer.
Ferris.
It's all me. It's all me, and it's probably gonna be shitty. But hey, who
Oh
cares?
God.
We're gonna do it, and if you don't like it, we can cut it out. We still got plenty of time. We got a couple more songs, and Whiskey's still here. He hadn't left yet. So, with that, it's called. I call it "Name That Fart" for lack of a better term, title.
Uh-huh.
But
Mm.
it's a little bit twist on what you see on TikTok or these videos or whatever. I'm gonna play it a soundbite, and I want y'all to come up with a name, an actual name, a title of this, as if it was like a movie or a book, or
okay.
how does
A
it make
title.
you feel? Okay, all right.
Now,
Chapter
now
Oh
to
my
be
one.
God.
fair, Ferris, I volunteered to send you a soundbite of some real ones. You didn't take me up on that. I'm a little
Yeah,
bit
I don't
upset.
think I could stomach that. You're like family, dude. It's like, oh, okay. And then you might, I know you would have done some kind of scratch and sniff.
Oh, it
add-on
would have
attached
been
to
the
it.
worst. It would have been the worst.
What would have been the
No
best is you
thanks.
jarred it when you do it so that when he
Wait.
plays it, he has to smell it at the same time.
I want to know
See,
what family has to do with it. What makes it so wrong because it's family? Like you
The
just
family are the
into.
people that do it around you the
He's
most.
like I only like foreign farts.
You ever walk in a room and you smell one and you know who it was? Oh, that was Dad.
Oh my, yes,
Or the dog.
yes.
Oh, the dog.
actually.
That's right. the
Dad's gonna
dog.
blame it on the dog, even though it was.
Oh, my
Dad.
bloodhound went by me the other day. Oh, it hit me hard. It always smells like
Dude.
burnt popcorn.
And just whips around, looks at you, and smiles.
Oh my
You're gonna
God.
claim that one. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna play this,
Oh
and,
my
and the first
God.
one, just take turns, whatever. I don't care. And I've got a name already written down that I've come up with on these, so I have a little bit of an edge. But I'm gonna wait for y'all's. All right, ready?
No.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Was that it? Silent but deadly. What?
The nothing.
Good job, Ferris.
All right. So, what do you? If that was a movie or a book or a play, or what would you say that?
I never heard
We didn't-
nothing.
We didn't hear nothing, Ferris.
You didn't hear
Yeah.
nothing?
No,
No.
nothing at all.
Well, y'all heard it earlier.
That's why I said silent but deadly. I don't know. We
Yeah,
thought
I
you
didn't hear nothing.
died.
All right, try
If
this
it
one
was
more
the
time. How
title
about
of a
this?
movie, it'd be Silence of the Lambs.
Oh. I heard a gargle.
Yeah.
That sounded like a duck quack to me.
Did y'all hear that?
It was kind of.
Like I legitimately heard like a duck quack, and that was it.
Really? Hold on. I wonder why it's doing that.
I don't know, but I got. Then never mind. Gotta go to
Nick's got a fart now.
Nick's got a real one going on.
Right?
All right, let's try this one more time. I don't know why. It was playing fine earlier. Right? Y'all could hear it.
Farris. Farris.
No.
Are you trying to play it through Zoom? Or are you playing it into your mic? How are you trying to play
Playing
that?
it into the focus right.
You
I
gotta
wonder
get the,
if
you gotta
Zoom.
get the
wonder
mic
if-
closer to your ass, dude.
What
Hold
if
on, man.
what if Zoom considers it music?
All right, you got to edit all this out, I guess.
The
But
man has a point.
is it well, it doesn't really sound like music, trust me. Is
Oh.
it could it be because I've got that musician thing off?
That's why I said maybe
Yeah.
Zoom thinks it's music.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
it is an
it's
audio
in my
It
file,
is
right?
butt music.
It's in my input.
Wow.
It's in my other input. So
It's an instrument.
Yeah. No. Lord.
hold on.
Chocolate
Try
flute.
something. Look, I told y'all this might be shitty. I did.
Oh God.
I choke myself. Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh
Oh, my God.
wow.
This is just so wrong. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old you are. You don't find farts funny. Something's fucking wrong with you. Just saying.
Oh my god.
All right, let's try this, you giggle boxers, you.
Toothless Wonder speaks.
I mean, y'all
again.
haven't even heard really the first one. You're already losing it. So this was great.
The anticipation is killing us.
So now I don't have names, so I got to come up with it myself because I went to a whole different source. So
Oh, good
I had
Lord.
to eat some Mexican food. All right, ready?
Rumble
Wow.
What do you think, Brandon? Nick?
Rumble Stiltskin. Oh my God.
The midget widget.
Holy shit.
No offense to anybody under 4 foot tall.
Oh shit.
Rumble
Anybody else want to
foreskin.
try? Anybody else? And we move on to the next one.
Oh God.
And what's nice is I haven't heard these either because my phone is not working right.
Oh,
So,
well, good.
Yeah, ready?
Yep.
Oh my God!
That did not sound good.
Moist.
All I heard was, oh my God.
That sounded like
Hold on, let me play it again. Ready? I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. So you can get it. Good feel. Ready?
That was straight up poop. That was not.
that had to been from Bad Grandpa.
It's like, is that redecorating
Oh,
the
God.
wall or something with that one? It's like,
Oh,
The spackle tackle.
that
oh.
reminds me. That reminds me of that YouTube video that dude put up. Thought I farted, but I shit.
Oh yeah.
Now it's squishy when I sit.
The
Awesome.
All right, now this one's a little long, so it requires a little bit of thinking. Ready? I haven't heard it either, so. That's a 50cc Honda. That's what that is.
I'm saying, rev your engines.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Flagellants.
Oh, we
and
call
Furious.
that one Mario Kart Racing.
Mario
Fast
Kart
and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Chocolate Thunder.
All right. Next one up. Oh, that's a midnight wife fart right there.
Wet and Wild.
That sounded like Randy's.
It's Randy. That's the name of it, Randy. The Handy Randy.
Did you say the
Randy the Camper.
midnight wife, Farris? Is that what
yeah.
you said?
Oh yeah, that's the one. The covers automatically just lift up, and there's reverberation. And, yeah,
I wonder if there are like airtight yoga pants where if they do that, there's just a bubble there.
up. Like
Where
a
are we
grapefruit in
going?
your ear or something.
Where are we going with this?
You know, probably
Pop
those-
the air bubble.
like those actual like the what is it called, S&M, like tight rubber suits. You know that's
no, it
painful.
would come out going.
Okay, here's the next one. Oh my god, I just did that noise too.
Good Lord.
That's it. It's called the Farris.
The Farris, yeah.
After
like it.
KFC.
Oh, dude, KFC tears you up too? Same.
Yes.
Oh, KFC is murder on my belly.
I think KFC is worse than Taco Bell. A lot of people complain about Taco Bell, but
But Taco Bell doesn't do nothing to my gut.
If you
I
work
eat
at Taco
KFC, dude,
Bell,
I'm
you
on the
get a
shitter
lot
for
of
3
free
days.
diarrhea.
The grease.
From
this
Taco
one
Bell?
this one actually has a name. And it's called blowing a raspberry.
Air biscuit.
Air biscuit.
Air biscuit.
Woo!
The Thunder from Under.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
All right, we'll do a few more. We got some good songs to get to.
How many of these do you have?
I have a bunch, but I'm not gonna do all of them. These things
You've
actually
really
show-
invested some time into this clip, haven't you?
These actually show the sound graph, like when it on like an editor.
Oh no,
when
you can see
when
it spike.
spikes and everything. All right, ready?
Bottom burp.
Okay.
Just kidding.
A bottom burp. I'm gonna call that one mine.
The Southern Zombie. That sucker wouldn't die.
The Southern Zone.
That sucker just kept coming at you. Listen to this. Listen, it's just not going to give up.
We wish you a Merry Shitmas.
All right, last one. It's 7 seconds
Jesus.
long.
7 seconds.
7 seconds.
What?
Whew. This is after a dinner at Chuck E. Cheese. Here we go.
Holy shit!
Fucking snore.
That's like a loose butthole. Too much butt stuff, man.
Look, that's the fiercest predator in the world when it comes
There's a
to
little bit of
flagging. It's
air, and then the
called-
cheeks start going.
It's called the Great Tight. The Great Tight Fart.
Wow.
Oh, and that was the first edition,
We'll
maybe
call
the
that
only edition of Name That Fart.
Oh
That was
no!
amazing.
The final, the final curtain.
That one's probably this one right here.
I recognize
Yeah,
that
because
one.
that's what that segment was. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Oh my God. Please tell me we have another song to play after that.
We do. We have.
We got a lot
song.
of ground to make up here.
It's so good. We gotta kind of forget about that one. Ready? This next one is originally done by Josh Turner. It's called "Would You Go With Me," covered by our guest
Ooh,
Whiskey.
Farris, hold on a
I
second.
love this song.
What?
Hold on.
Love this fucking song.
Because this is a fucking great song. You really want to lead into the song like right immediately after a bunch of shits.
Well,
Yeah, because we're gonna cut that.
that'll
shit
never
out.
sound better.
I'm doing my part. I mean,
Are you trying to say something?
You're making
Look.
me sound good.
I don't know why you called me out going right into a song because Brandon's the one that was asking about it. I'm just doing what I was told. I get paid. No, I don't. I get asked to do what I was told.
All right.
And that's the way it should be.
I love this song.
I think this one's got deeper tones than the other one.
This is a fun one to sing.
You go with me if we roll down streets of fire. Would you hold on to me tighter as the summer sun got higher? And if we roll from town to town and never shut it down.
That's my favorite part.
You
Me too.
and me. If we were lost in fields of clover, would we walk even closer until the trip was over? And would it be okay if I didn't know the way? If I gave you my hand, would you take it and make me the happiest man in the world? If I told you my heart couldn't beat one more minute without you, girl, would you accompany me to the edge of the sea? Let me know if you're really a dream. I love you so, so would you go with me? Would you go with me if we rode the clouds together? Could you not look down forever if you were lighter than a feather? Oh, and if I set you free, would you go with me? If I gave you my hand, would you take it and make me the happiest man in the world? If I told you my heart couldn't beat one more minute without you, girl, would you accompany me to the edge of the sea? Help me tie up the ends of a dream. I gotta know, would you go with me? I love you so, so would you go with me?
Nothing like a little Josh Turner.
Oh, I love Josh Turner.
But see, that's why we should not have done that song right after that damn shit show. Because
No,
I'm
it was
enjoying the
just
hell of
what
it.
it was just what we needed to make up for what we had done. Okay.
But I'm listening to a
Yep.
great tune and I'm into it, and then my head wants to go to like the one part he was singing, and I thought in my head, "Did you shit on my sweater?" That's the shit going through my head.
That's my next. I'm gonna do that one next.
I'm out of toilet paper.
Paper.
If I shit on the wall, would you care at all?
What in the world?
I think
Okay.
oh
They gave you all
my
that material.
god.
Here's a whole new meaning to If I Set You Free.
That's right.
Oh my god.
If I set you free, would you fart on me? Oh, good lord. I don't know about y'all, but I think it might be time for a word from our sponsors if we've got one, or maybe just a commercial break. I'm dead.
Farris. Beans, bullets, and band-aids.
Beans, bullets, and band-aids. That's it.
I hope you like that commercial.
Before that commercial, I hope you like that song.
Before that song, I hope you like the shit show.
Going back to the post shit show song.
Anyways,
Yeah, dude, when you hit those low notes, bud, man, dude, you hit those low notes freaking solid, man.
Well, the rest of that song was like high. Like I'm like, oh god, I gotta hit these notes.
I wish I could get those kind of tones in my lower register though, dude. They're so fucking clean when you have them come through.
I think I figured out how to hit high notes easier.
You did. Do share.
Sure.
You get a decent weight with a string on it.
No, stop right there. Nope, we're
The
done.
way he's holding his
We're
hand, I just
done.
know.
Why do I come here every single freaking week?
Nick is full of solutions and problems.
Get a string.
He's a fixer. I mean, that's just the way he
You
is.
tie it right around, right at the top of the
No,
testicle.
you don't.
When that note comes, you just drop it.
Oh my god.
Drop it.
Ow.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like... Oh god.
Now the trick is to make sure the weight is just heavy enough to where you can hit that note, but not heavy enough to where it rips or tears anything.
Nick,
That's
we're
right.
trying to hit like he's trying to hit like maybe Brian White notes, not Tinkerbell.
Oh, you label the weights. Okay, I want to hit an E.
Oh, God.
Why do I feel like this might be on Wish.com later in life?
Oh my god.
Right.
Yeah.
Nope, that one was a C sharp. Not quite there yet. Oh,
Right.
get this one. Okay. Take two.
That's funny.
Man. When you when you sing a song on Smule, do you just get it all done and out of the way in like one foul swoop?
I don't spend hours, but I definitely sing it through, and then I realize what I didn't do the way I wanted to do it, and I go back and redo it, and I might sing the song half a dozen times before I feel like my voice is where I want it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, I'll go back and do it the way I want it.
Okay.
That's about like
I
I
like
do.
it. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
when I first start singing, I usually will go in and usually I have a song that I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I'll go in and I'll find it and figure out if there's an acoustic version of a song. I almost always lean towards that anyway. And
Sounds
then,
like Farris.
and then I figure out how I want to sing that song, and takes
Yeah.
several takes to do it.
Yeah.
That kind of brings a question up. So you usually have a song you want to do.
Yeah.
Does it mean that sometimes you do songs you really don't want to do it?
Well, that actually happens a lot. There is someone that I sing with a lot. I mean, we have 150 some odd duets together.
Wow.
And if she opens a song and I don't know it, I'll learn it, and sometimes it comes out right, and sometimes
Sometimes it don't.
doesn't come out right. Just
Fair enough. Fair
But-
enough.
But for the most part, I have to learn an awful lot of songs, and not everything I do ends up being country for that reason. Like, I literally learned the rap part of Linkin Park's what the hell's
In
the
the
name?
End?
In the end, yeah.
Oh, I love that song.
That's fun.
Yeah. It didn't
One
it
day,
I mean,
don't know why.
for a country dude, it came out pretty well, but 99% of what I sing that isn't country comes out country.
Fair enough.
After I sing it. So
So
Right.
would you say, obviously, then country is probably going to be the go-to genre for you?
country is my definite go-to.
Yeah.
That and Southern rock. Like
Oh yeah.
my most requested song that I do when I go out to karaoke is Turn the Page by Bob Seger.
Good
Oh
tune.
yeah.
And I do that one. I do a lot of different songs, but Garth Brooks is always someone I turn to when I'm looking for a song to do.
Yeah.
But Alan Jackson, George Strait, Kane Brown, Morgan Wallen. I do a lot of different stuff, but for the most part, classic country is probably my classic country. Outlaw country is where my voice fits the best.
Huh.
And anything else is just songs I like. Doesn't always fit my voice, but I like the song, so I'll do it.
Yeah. I like it.
Gotcha.
Now, what
Think-
about go ahead, Nick.
No, that's all right.
I'm pretty sure we don't want to know what Nick had in mind.
God.
Just don't
The way
let
this show
Farris come
go.
up with any more games. Come on.
Yeah, I know,
Somebody
right?
say something.
Well, what
I've backed off
about
a
what
good
about
bit.
Smule comps?
I was gonna
Do you
that's
get
what I was
involved in the competition side of
I
things?
have been on the admin side of comps for probably the past 3 years, and I've been in a couple of comps. I did the one that the Pure Country did, and I did pretty well in that one. And I recently did Perfectly Puzzled,
Mhm.
which that was I forget the name of the group that actually ran Perfectly Puzzled. Farris, you know?
Main stage.
Main stage. So Main stage is they seriously, they know how to run a comp. So
Oh yeah. We were all in there. Ashley, were you
Yeah.
in Perfectly Puzzled?
Nope.
She will be
well
next
then
time.
never mind.
I will be next time.
Ferris
I think
was Ferris was admin, Nick competed, I competed, you competed.
yeah, I think I got 6th or 7th place in that one.
I lost. Not surprising.
I expected to lose. The level of talent in that place was ridiculous.
Oh dude,
But-
it's nuts. They show up for sure.
But I enjoyed that comp a lot. I mean, it focused on autism.
Mhm.
I think it's safe to say in that comp, now that we've had several people on that was in that comp, we had 3, I think, of the potential 5 or 6 people we could have had during that. Remember we did those shows with the winners or whatever, weekly winners. And I think that it's safe to say that main stage, if you're going to be in a main stage comp ran by the people that run it, you better know how to layer. Because I'm not saying they look for that exclusively, because I know how some of the people that run it feel. They're okay with a solo and no layers and all that, but when we've been around, most of us have been around some comps, but it's like, to compete, you've got to purdy it up, and the only way to do that is to really add some stuff you're not comfortable with. I'm not comfortable with layering. Y'all know that. Y'all aren't.
Yeah.
I
If
know
you make
most
it
of
to the final round of a main stage comp, you ain't doing a solo.
Right.
You're putting in
It's just-
36 fucking
Yeah.
layers.
Yeah.
I think that's just a kind of a fair warning, maybe a heads up, more or less. If you're gonna do
Yeah.
that,
Learn how to layer, do some test layers,
yeah,
figure out how it works.
make a cake.
Get
later.
yourself
What I would say,
I kind of like to get
give
to know her
credit where
before I learn
credit's
to layer.
due. Wow,
Yeah.
Nick.
Oh God.
Okay, Nick.
He's in rare form tonight.
Oh my
no
god.
shit.
It ain't rare. Medium.
Not to inflate anybody's ego or anything, since they were a part of the creation of this aspect of it, but to give credit where credit's due, what I really enjoy about the Perfectly Puzzled comp is the transparency of the judging. I mean, they went so far as to actually come out with like a judging rubric, right? This is what's
Scorecard.
happening. This is how things are scored. This is how they're categorized. The judges are scoring by category. So every single judge is listening to every single entry. And it's like, wow, dude, most of the Smule comps don't fucking do that. And that is impressive, because that tells me that the administration staff or administrative staff that's running that comp wants the best singer to win, not their best fucking friend to win.
Amen.
So
Just-
fun fact about that is, I know before that ever happened, the certain person that might have been part of all of that, and I had a bunch of conversations about it. Lots of conversations, huh?
Yeah, I mean that you were.
Well, it
part
wasn't
of,
just you. We all had a shit ton of conversations too. Yeah.
Yeah.
there was a lot of tennis balls of ideas bouncing around with different people, and you definitely put your 2 cents in, and it made it better. I mean, one person cannot figure that out. I don't care how long you're doing. You know what I mean?
No, but
it takes a team.
But it took a lot of people doing comps, being on the admin side,
Yes.
as well as being in comps, to know where the fails were in different comps. And I mean, I was part of comps where, I mean, my God, we tried to foresee where the problems were going to be, and you still had problems. But with main stage, I mean, they have it kind of smoothed out. And
Yeah. I feel
and,
like they're setting the bar in terms of Smule competition.
the bar has been set very high.
Yeah.
And the comps are fun, and you don't see people getting butthurt in the comps as much as you do in other comps, and that's what I like the most about it. And you have good judges. You have good judges that are actually giving you feedback you can use. I mean, they always tell you something. They always do it the right way. They're always telling you something that you did well, and then they're telling you what you did wrong or what you could do better, and maybe how you could achieve that. And I won't mention any names unless it's okay to mention names. But I was after that comp, one of the people in the admin reached out and was like, you could win these comps. Your voice is there. You just got to stop worrying about technicality stuff. And they were right, and they gave me a bunch of ideas, and I've used those recently, and
There's
tried to
a
get
flip
better.
side. There's a flip side to that too, and me being part of that administration now for 3 years.
Yeah.
There without the contestants, we wouldn't have, no comp would have a comp, right? No comp group would be able to do it, and we do value that feedback. We may not during the comp, because once things are written, it's almost in stone. We do adjust some things you can't adjust. So having that feedback, like we get PMs. Y'all don't see it in the chat. I think that's what you're talking about. There's not a lot of drama in a main stage comp. We just don't want that. We don't tolerate it. We try to make things possible to where you can come to us individually, like the top 3 admins, what I'm saying. Here are the issues. Can we fix it? Well, we'll try. We'll have to fix it next season and really look at it. Nick knows what I'm talking about. There's another couple other people that had some issues with it, and they're legitimate. They were legitimate issues.
Yeah.
They weren't this crap
Like somebody we know
sometimes you
with
get.
their ghost vocals.
But they did it the correct way. They went, I mean, to go back to somebody in a private message and tell them where your concerns are, and then be able to handle it, but maybe handle it the next one. Don't go changing stuff midstream, but
Yeah.
keeping things
I've been in
fair.
comps where they've come out with results and then people blow up the chat or they start a call or they got a complaint
Oh.
room or whatever.
Mhm.
And then next thing you know, 3 hours after the results came out, fucking numbers are being changed and shit. And it's like, no,
Yeah.
I'm out. Bye. That's
Yep.
just stupid.
I know those comps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do you
don't.
prefer to compete or do you prefer to be on that admin side?
Honestly, it depends. It depends on what the comp is going to be. But if it's a true full-on country comp, I want to be in that comp. I want to compete. If it's a comp that's going to be, specific, like you have to do this genre, I'm going to be on the admin side. I mean, I don't know. I think I do well as a coach. I think I do well as a judge. I think I do better at that than I do as a competitor. Mainly because my voice tend to become more robotic when I'm in a comp, because I'm so focused on the technical stuff and trying to nail it that I lose connection with the song. And
Been there.
I'm trying to get better at that. So that's what I was trying to say, was the person that reached out, like, it was totally after the comp was over, but they reached out and they were like, this is, if you don't mind, I'll tell you, that's what they said. And like, I was like, don't, definitely tell me. And because I like constructive criticism, and I'll take it from anybody, but I will. I don't care. I mean, if somebody has an idea as to how I can do better and be better, I'll take what they say serious and I'll try it and see if it works. If it works, I'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, well, I won't tell
At least
them
you gave it a shot.
Yeah.
I stopped taking the critiques because they always say the same thing. Delete the app.
Oh my God.
You're disqualified.
But to answer your question, it depends on what the comp is as to whether or not I want to be admin side or on the competitor side. There's certain ones that are just really fun to be in, and then there's ones that I don't ever get into them thinking I'm going to win this.
Right.
There's just so much talent that would be ridiculous. But I do like to compete and show what I can do. It's not always the best thing out there, because I trouble with layer too. I don't do layering well. But
I have issues making them blend correctly when I'm layering. There's always going to be one or two that just stick out like a sore fucking thumb, and it drives me nuts.
Apparently, when you look at the critiques that I've gotten, the biggest problem I have is, creativity, which the category I can't stand.
That's the stupidest category ever.
I hate that category. But so that's part
or
of the
emotion
problem.
Creativity or emotion. I hate it when they have emotion as a category.
The other thing is layering and trying to, I do okay with trying to blend the layers together and blending my voice with my voice, of course, but I tend to lean towards a double harmony or a double melody instead of a true harmonizing, whatever. And that's, I guess they don't really want that. So many of the judges want to hear you get really, creative with your harmonizing.
Yeah. They want to hear that, 16-part harmony.
Yeah.
they want you to do the impossible.
They want the
can do that.
multi-level harmony, and they want creativity and emotion, like you said. But my biggest pet peeve aside from creativity, that category drives me insane. But aside
Gonna
from
ad
that,
lib those oohs and ahs.
the biggest thing that I don't like in is the I just lost my train of thought, but it's the aside from creativity is the layers and needing to have the 3-part harmony or whatever they're looking for. But and I've totally lost where I was going with this, but
Edit.
no, it's you don't have to edit
when they
it.
give you, is it like along the lines of when they give you a layer requirement kind of a deal?
No, oh, I know what it was. Sorry, bonuses. I fucking hate
Oh, there you
bonuses.
go, Brandon. Here we go.
Bonuses.
I think bonuses is the biggest problem with comps because if we're truly asking people to show what they can do with a song, a bonus shouldn't give them an extra edge. So you know,
I'm gonna have to disagree.
oh Jesus, why?
Oh, dude, it's strategy, my friend.
Well, see,
Bonuses. When I find out there's a bonus, right? And they're like, if you do X, Y, and Z, you'll get an additional, let's just say 1 point, for example. Farris knows why I'm going to bring up 1 point as an example, I'm sure. Okay. I'll do my bonus song. I'll get that 1 additional point because they'll have a song that says, there has to be at minimum, right? Minimum 1 minute worth of singing. Okay. Sure. Well, I may have submitted a song that just had 57 seconds worth of singing. So I'm 3 seconds short of that 1 minute. So I get docked 1 point for not hitting that 1 minute. But guess what? I turned in my fucking bonus song. So I'm still getting a full fucking score.
So I guess what
bonuses.
it boils down to is whether or not you want it to be a singing competition or you want it to be a competitive thing where it's all about strategy and whether or not you can do all these different things
Brandon
to
likes
get your
strategy.
points.
My only problem with bonuses is if you're gonna do a bonus, it still should be something. I don't like when it's just submit something. You just get the points regardless. Like, well,
right? They don't judge it. It's not
it's
judged.
just
Well,
as long as you give it to them, they won't even listen to it. They see you put a song in. Here's your points.
So in my defense, for the one instance I'm referencing specifically, it was for the Perfectly Puzzled comp. It was round 1. We had to sing a song that involved an animal or whatever.
He did a lot of talking parts.
I submitted Old Red, Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do something that nobody had ever done, that nobody had ever heard. I wanted it to be just one of the most creative things that I've ever done, right? So I talked all of the verses, completely changed my voice. I didn't use my talking voice. I went as low as I possibly could. I gave him a little bit of a southern drawl. I'm in California, right? Out here in California, dude. Like I ain't got no southern drawl. But the only parts of the song I actually sang were the choruses and I think part of the bridge. But the rest of the song, well, I caught my wife with another man, and that cost me that. Right. And I did the whole song like that. I'm like, they're gonna fucking go, holy fucking shit, this is crazy. Nobody's ever done this before. Is that guy's real voice? Blah, 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 blah. It ain't my real voice. I'm fucking changing it. And I believe it worked out in my favor. I didn't quite get the full score I could possibly get on the creativity side of things, which is fucking bullshit, but whatever. But my 1 point that I got docked for having 57 seconds worth of singing as opposed to at least a minute, I'm like, that's why I submitted the bonus, because I had already recorded that. And then I had read has to have that singing requirement. I'm like, fuck, now I got to do the bonus. I wasn't planning on doing the bonus originally.
So you're the one.
And
I'm
see,
the one.
we in the
No.
podcast group, of course, I couldn't really talk about it because I was working staff, right? But I remember Nick and Mary, Mary was a coach in there. We all saw it. We're like, oh crap.
Yeah, she was my coach a couple of times.
And we're like, okay, who wants to tell him? And he
Yeah.
already knew. And
Yeah.
when he said something, I was, oh yeah, I know, I'm good.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
Brandon, you have a love-hate
dude,
relationship with
I
bonus.
went back and I read the note and I'm like, fuck. So I went to the song and I timed it myself. And y'all gave me actually too much credit because I counted 52 seconds worth of singing, but I got listed as 57 when I got my score.
And that
There's-
was one
just-
point you
We
got
counted
down?
just shitty runs.
There's who was the other coach? Because I know there was you and Mary.
I wore many hats during the last.
Farris was
Well,
Farris was the catch-all, man.
I
it was
used
Mary
all
and,
three of you.
oh, I can't remember who it was. It
Oh, I know who it was. It was Wigamondo.
Yeah, it was Wigamondo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
I know.
was
I sent everything every time I wanted a coach's opinion. I would send it to all three of you, and I'd get like 3 different responses.
Yeah, it doesn't
Then you
work.
just kind of piece them all together.
I kept
Farris says
getting-
this, but Mary says that, and those two contradict each other, so that's canceled out. All right, what did this one say?
Well, I like to hear multiple opinions so that I can
Yeah.
try to figure out what's going to work for me.
Well,
Like
there's so many parts to a song too, so having that diversified feedback, it can help if,
Mhm.
like you said earlier, if it's something really worth trying. Sometimes it's just
well, sometimes it's just getting an idea as to what to do, what are the options here for creativity, how could I fill this up, or everybody wants you to see. And I know the actual person that is one of the creators of, what do you call it, main stage, whatever.
Yeah.
She actually agrees with the whole thing where not having that be part of it, where we have to how did she put it though? She said it during her show the other day.
When you're filling all the dead space with your ad libs and whatnot.
Yeah, all of it, where like
Yeah.
you're trying to do all that and add it all in instead of doing it exactly the way the original artist did it. That's what I was trying to think of right there. It's like, if you can sing it just like the original artist did it and the way they did it, and you do it well, then you should be able to
judged
do it
equally as the one that's got 15 layers.
Yeah.
It should.
Well, I
I
actually
agree.
think I think I would rather not have to have a bunch of layers. I think
Me too.
That is why whiskey. I'm actually a very poor coach when it comes to comps like that, because I think less is more. I really
Same.
do.
well,
But
so do
get-
I.
I get the full on production, but tell me when you're going to do that live. Right?
Exactly.
It's just going to be your voice.
Yep.
Exactly.
I want
Let me hear
I
your
want to
talent.
be I want to sound like I'm sitting on my back porch playing my guitar singing. That's the connection I want to have with people.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like I got an entire chorus, choir going on behind me,
Yeah.
where they're all me. I mean, but I can't do that when I'm out singing,
Right. I mean,
I
don't
mean,
get
they
me
do
wrong,
have a
I got-
harmonizer that you can get, but
I don't really have a problem doing 3, maybe 4 total layers. So you've got your main melody, maybe a couple harmonies, and then some background fucking bullshit going on. I'm very similar to what you said, right? You said when you're done with it, you want it to sound like you're playing along on your guitar and you're
Yeah.
basically recording it live, essentially, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I do that same exact thing. I'll get into a comp and they'll have some ridiculous layer requirement, it's got to have a minimum of 7 layers. Like, well, 1, that's fucking stupid. 2, I'm not going to sing every single second of the damn song. I'm not going to have a layer in the background the second the music comes on where you hear ever so softly, ooh, like, I'm not doing all that shit. That's not realistic, first off. And then thing number 2, my big thing is if I can't replicate live what I did in that song, then I have no business submitting it. So when it comes to comps for me, well, basically anything that I do on Smule, and it sounds like you're kind of similar. I do the whole thing one take all the way through. And if it's not good enough, I don't go back. I don't rewind. I restart the whole fucking song.
I do that too. I go back
Yeah.
in and do the whole song again.
If dude, that's something, I don't know if it's ego or pride
No.
or heart or what, but if I can't do it the way I want it done in one take, it's not worth submitting.
So my reason for that is more, I mean, my God, it sounds like you did it in different sections when. for the
Well,
most
and there's
part.
that too. Yeah.
I mean, it's like things just don't sound the same
Yeah.
on each time. I mean, I've tried that before where I broke up songs completely and done it, but it's usually only works if I'm going to use a different effects and I'm doing the chorus versus a verse, you know, or
Yeah.
I'm changing it up. I'm doing the bridge, which requires a little more volume kind of thing, or something like that. Or if I'm trying to build a song, if I want to put together a production and do multiple layers, and I want it to sound like I've got people backing me up and everything, I don't mind building a song. But when they're requiring, or let's say we do a comp and they don't set a limit on how many layers you can do.
Mhm.
Well, you know what? I mean, anybody can join a song 30 times and make it sound really full. If
Yeah.
you're repeating the same thing over and over and over again, you're singing the same melody over and over and over again, you will make that sound really full.
Mhm.
I mean, where people go wrong is when they try to change the layers each time and be different each time and have that many. Now it sounds muddy and sounds really jumbled and sounds awful. But the people that know how to do layering, they'll just build it so that it has some serious volume and some warmth to it, and it doesn't sound muddy that way.
Mhm.
And they end up singing the same exact thing over and over and over again. But I don't like that. I would rather they say, you know what, you have a minimum. You have a maximum of, say, 5 layers. Okay.
Yeah.
You have a maximum of 5 layers. Whatever you do, you got to figure out how to do it with 5 layers.
I love that idea.
That makes more sense to me than anything else.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Minimalist approach. I love that idea.
how many people you think out there are actually better at harming and they want layers? Because if you said, okay, there's no layers, they're not going to make it as far as they would if they had the layers.
Oh, that's a good point.
well, let's do a comp. Now I'm putting this out there, main stage. Let's do a comp that
Calling them
is-
out right now.
Let's do a comp where it's a solo comp. You do one layer.
Ooh.
I could tell you what's going to happen.
I would
first.
lose.
Oh, I would have so much fun.
Mhm.
I would
What's
have
gonna
a
happen
blast.
first is
Oh,
instead
yeah.
of 100 contestants, you'll have 20.
That's okay.
Even
And that's
better,
very
Farris.
telling. We've talked about this before. That's very telling with the Smule world. How many won't join because of
So I don't care.
that. I don't either.
So
I would renounce my position in main stage and just compete.
Oh,
That's
dude,
there you go.
You do
So there
that
you go.
comp, and I am competing.
right.
What's the genre? Underwater basket weaving. I'm in.
I don't care. I'll do
Pirate
anything.
metal.
Why don't we?
Okay.
Oh
do it?
Jesus.
We're trying to work out our own comps. We should do something like that.
We should.
So I would totally join that comp. But I think even if you only had 20 people, you could do an intense comp where the first 3 rounds, like, with that few people, you could judge.
You could modify it to where it would still last the same.
Oh,
yeah.
so it totally would, or if you want to cut it down to 10 right away, if you only got 20 people, I mean, it's pretty easy to cut 10 people right off the bat. in the first round, or you don't do any cuts for the first 3 rounds. You make the first 3 rounds accumulative.
It
And
sounds
then-
like the fucking
then
rock comp I was
drop
in.
it out to 10, drop it down to 10, do the final 3 rounds with the last 10 people, and yeah.
Actually,
Or
got
just do
another
one round and give
idea.
everybody a trophy. Yeah.
Got another idea for a cool comp. Farris, you know how you were talking about the bracket system like sports?
Mm-hmm.
You get a trophy.
But what if you do the bracket system, but you hold the event, the comp on TikTok live, and it's live competing?
Ooh,
Yeah, but then there's going to be people that they don't want to come on video and all that.
that's
other
all
kinds of
right.
good
So those people don't compete.
jazz.
They can turn their
Well, I
video.
mean-
You don't
I mean,
have to
and
be on video.
They just
You
turn their
can-
video
you can
off
hear
or
them
turn the phone around or
Well,
whatever.
Whiskey has a point. I mean, if you make the prize lucrative,
They'd have to have a setup though. They'd have to
People
be
I
able to
think would-
set it up and integrate it with
I know. I'm
TikTok,
just
and
saying.
you know
it'd
how
be-
much effort that took us to figure out, buddy.
Well, you
I'm
can
just
use
saying
that as
it'd
a,
be
you can use
cool,
as a
man.
category. You know, a lot of concept category, the
Come on, work
the
with
sound
me.
FX and all that volume. You could use that as a setup too. We're getting kind of deep into this, but you could categorize that out and say, okay, well, you came
Yeah.
with a earbud or a radio playing in the background. You're not going to go far, but welcome to the competition.
Yeah,
Okay.
good luck.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have a big prize at the end, but you ain't
You
gonna
won't
make
get
it
it.
Yeah,
Glad you're here.
there.
I
Don't get the like,
stupidly
share,
just thought
follow, and
of,
comment.
and this is kind of
Thanks.
getting away from this great conversation, but going back to that stupid game we did, we should have did that game, the one episode where Brandon actually farted during the episode.
That was my fucking chair. How many times do I
Oh,
gotta
no.
explain this?
I ain't heard that chair do that since.
Yeah,
Oh, you
he
have
did.
to.
I
You shut your
haven't.
dirty
my
whore mouth.
chair makes all kinds of noises. Hear it?
It's the pleather.
The pleather.
The ple-
So I understand we got another song, but we need Mr. Whiskey here to kind of introduce this song. You're saying?
Oh, I don't mind introducing. So the song is so you know Toby Keith is battling cancer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And recently he did a song called Don't Let the Old Man In. And he did it because he Clint Eastwood was gonna make a movie, and I don't know what the name of the movie is, but just before his 88th birthday, he had Toby Keith there with him at a golf course, and they kind of were talking about life. And when he said that he was going to do a movie, Toby Keith was kind of blown away at someone 88 years old going to commit 3 months of his life towards making a movie at that age.
Mhm.
And he says, I don't know how you do it. And he said, I get up every day. He says, and I go outside, and I live my life to the fullest. And so Toby Keith knew he needed to write a song about that.
Awesome.
And that's essentially what this song is about. And it's called Don't Let the Old Man In. And it's pretty much saying, don't give up. Don't let God take you until it's really time to go. Just live your life completely to the fullest. And so, I mean, I have not only, I mean, we talked about Perfectly Puzzled and autism and all that. So, aside from, wanting to have attention on that topic, I also would like to have attention to cancer, because that's I have a lot of friends, some really near and dear to me that have battled cancer and won. I've had some that have battled cancer and lost. I have some right now that I recently heard about that are battling cancer and are about to lose the fight. And so they're literally in hospice. Because Toby Keith is battling cancer, I chose to do this song and dedicate it to anyone that's struggling with anything, whether it be cancer or anything life's throwing at them, and just kind of remind them to live life to the fullest.
Nice.
So it's called Don't Let the Old Man In. It's by Toby Keith.
Don't let the old man in. I want to leave this alone. Can't leave it up to him. He's knocking on my door. And I knew all my life that someday it would end. Get up and go outside. Don't let the old man in. Many moons I have lived. My body's weathered and worn. Ask yourself how old you'd be if you didn't know the day you were born. Embrace the love of your life and stay close to your friends. Toast each sundown with wine. Don't let the old man in. Many moons I have lived. My body's weathered and worn. Ask yourself how old you'd be if you didn't know the day you were born. When he rides up on his horse and you feel that cold bitter wind, look out your window and smile. Don't let the old man in. Look out your window and smile. Don't let the old man in.
Ooh,
Fuck.
I
That was
like it.
beautiful.
Wow. Dude. That song's nuts.
Yeah.
Holy
He
shit.
he just recently did that song. I think it was at an awards show, but he wrote that song in tribute to Clint Eastwood, but then it got used in the Clint Eastwood movie that he was doing. So
Nice. I like the song.
yeah, it kind of hits you right in the, feels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We a few years back, my grandfather passed after, so he'd gotten cancer. He beat cancer. Cancer came back, beat it again. Came back for the last time, and he didn't beat it that time. I've lost quite a few other family members and some friends as well. Most recently, my aunt. She just passed earlier on this year, cancer. But dude, you're singing that song, and the whole time, I got a picture of grandma right there. She's gone too. A picture of grandpa right there. I got grandma and grandpa and me right there. And dude, the whole time, bro, all I can think of is is Grandpa while you were singing that song, dude. Like right, just center mass, dude. That was a powerful fucking song, but that song was damn good.
So that's why we sing to
That song hit home hard.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that was good.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
Jiminy
And that's what
Christmas.
music is about.
That's what it's all
Right.
about.
Right?
I feel like we're all collecting ourselves.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Another
I
day
mean,
to name
I'm
that
trying
park.
to figure out how we're gonna bring this energy level back up so that we can wrap things up. But part of me is like, that's right there
That was
in
nice.
and of itself, just the song ending on that. So that might just be the perfect end to this.
Mhm.
It was
But
nice.
just let that sink in with folks that make it all the way to the end. And every day we wake up, there's a shit pot ton of people that probably take the fact that they woke up for granted. We should probably not do that anymore.
We should wake up, we should go outside, and when you're feeling down, look out your window and smile, and just don't let them in.
That's right.
Keep plugging away.
Happy
Dude.
Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
right.
Whiskey, this was a hell of a show.
Happy Thanksgiving,
man.
y'all.
Happy
Thank you for coming
Thanksgiving to you
on.
guys. Thanks
We
for having
appreciate
me.
you.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Man, that was something. We went real shitty, and then we got real good there at the end.
We blame Farris for the shitty part.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my unpaid job. You're welcome.
He's a short shit.
You want better quality games? Pay me.
Right.
We're gonna have to bring this whiskey guy back, I think.
We might just have to. For those of you out there, podcast land, YouTubeville, you made it this far. Thanks for sticking around. We
That's
appreciate
right.
y'all. We'll see you next time. And again, don't forget, subscribe,
comment. Be good people.
play nice.
Love y'all. Peace.
Deuces.